Hi, this is Sweet June coming back at you with another video. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I want to do this video for the single mothers out there, for my single mother queens, because I'm going to speak life on them. I'm not going to bash them or say anything negative about in dressing the sweet moms or the sweet moms, the the single moms here on YouTube, but not just here on YouTube, all over. You know, this is for single mothers everywhere. This applies to single mothers all over the world. So I'm not singling anyone out, but this is for all the single mothers of all races all over the world. This message is for all single mothers. Because I done been there and done that. Been there and done that. Been there and done the single mother thing. So when I speak on these topics about single motherhood, I speak on experience, because I was a single mother for almost 30 years, believe it or not. I was a single mother for a very, very, very long time, because my two sons are 10 years apart. So I was a single mother for a very long time. So I know what I'm talking about, and I speak from experience. And I did a video talking about this a while back ago, but it's a topic that's worth revisiting. Matter of fact, I wouldn't mind doing it every year. You know, just in case a lot of people didn't watch that other video. But this message, I want to make it very clear for all single mothers. Please be careful of the men that you bring around your children. That's what I want to talk about. You have to be very careful. I know as single mothers, when I was a young single mother, I wanted some companionship. I wanted, oh, my camera's falling. I wanted a husband. I prayed for a husband over and over and over and over again. I wanted that companionship. I desired that. Of course, when you're a single mother, you want that. You want that companionship. You want somebody there when things doesn't work out with the biological father. You want someone there to help you with the children. I understand. I've been there. And it's hard being a single mother. Nobody, I don't care who you are. No woman wants to be a single mother. I don't care what they say. Don't believe them. Don't believe them, men. No mother wants to be a single mother. Nobody wants to be a single mother. I don't care what they tell you. Nobody wants to be a single mom. It is a very, very, very hard life. Even if you got money, because it's not just about the money. It's a very, very hard life. But when you are low income, it's even worse. That makes it even worse. It makes it even more challenging. But it's a hard life, because you have to overcompensate for that other parent not being there. And so you have to be the head of the household. You have to earn the money. You know, you have to take care of everything. You know, you have to overcompensate for that other parent not being there. It is a very, very difficult. And that's why I do these videos for single mothers, because I've been there and I know how hard it is. And I know how difficult it is. It's a very hard life. My journey as a single mother was very hard. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. It was very difficult. And I was in it for the long haul. I didn't want to be in it for the long haul, but I was in it for the long haul. It was very difficult. And I had my oldest son, his father I wouldn't call him a deadbeat because, he was in my son's life. Could he have done better? Sure. He could stood a lot of improvement, but I wouldn't classify him as a deadbeat because he was there. My youngest son's dad was a 100% deadbeat. He was not there at all. So it made it very difficult. Please refrain from passing any judgment on me. It is what it is. But with that being said, you do want a companionship. You do want to mate, and I understand that. I've been there. You don't want to do it by yourself. You want companionship for yourself. You want that father figure for your children. But sometimes women want it so bad, they want it so bad that they're willing to put their children's safety and well-being at risk. You can't want it so bad to the point to where you're willing to put your children's safety and well-being at risk. You have to be very careful who you allow to be around your children. I know this is going to be hard for me to say this, but you have to put your children first. They have to come first. Even if it means that you have to be single for many, many years. I know that's hard to hear. But even if it means you have to be single by yourself for many, many, many years. You have to put your children first. You have to put them first. Because what happens is when you expose them to the wrong people, it changes who they are. It will change who they are. And if those relationships are not good relationships, if they're bad relationships, if there's any violence, or it's not even good to argue around children. It changes. Dr. Phil says that all the time. It changes who they are. It changes them. We as mothers, we have to lead by example. I shut it down in 2004. In 2004, I closed up shop completely. And I started abstaining from sex. I quit dating. I shut it down completely. Well, I did date one guy after that, but I closed up shop. I started abstaining, started getting a closer relationship with God. Then I became a Jehovah's Witness after that. I closed up shop completely. You hear what I'm saying? Because I didn't want my sons, I didn't want to be bringing different types of men around my sons. I didn't want them to grow up thinking that women should be treated, disused, and discarded and thrown away. I didn't want to instill those kind of values into my sons. I wanted my sons to grow up respecting women, treating women with love and respect. I didn't want them to send a message to them that it was okay for women to be mistreated, that it's okay for women to be used. I didn't want to send that message to my son. I wanted to start leading. Plus, I wanted to instill in them to abstain until marriage. So I knew that I had to lead by example. Because I can show them better than I can tell them. And I wanted to help them have a closer relationship with God. They still at the stage in their life, they're doing what they want to do. It is what it is. But I wanted to show a good example to them, okay, as a mother. I knew I had to clean up my act. And yes, I was single for many, many, many years, and it was hard. Sometimes it's not in the cards for you to get married. Sometimes it's not the right time. Sometimes some healing needs to take place before you get a husband. Sometimes we think we're ready for a husband, but we're not. Jehovah God is our creator. He knows what's best for us. He know us better than we know ourselves. In times where I might have thought I was ready for a husband, I probably wasn't. You know what I mean? So you may think you're ready for a husband, but you may not be ready, because it might be some healing that needs to take place. And in order for you to do that, you must be alone. And you have to get yourself together. And because you got to be right so you can be there for your kids. If you're not right, and if things is not going on right with you mentally and emotionally, then your kids are not going to be okay. If you're not okay, your children are not going to be okay. If you don't have it together, your children is not going to have it together. So you have to put your children first. It is not good to expose your children to multiple men and not taking the time to get to know them. If you happen to start dating someone, you must do a thorough background check on them. There's lots of people sites that you can go on. Sometimes you have to pay a small fee, or a lot of them require a monthly membership fee, but it's worth it. And they will give you the full lowdown on any man that you're dating. All you got to do is put in their name and sometimes their age, and they will give you the full lowdown on the places where they've lived. A lot of the sites will even give you criminal records. There's a sex offender search that's free. A sex offender search in every city, because I know I've done it before. You got to check to see if he's on the sex offender list. You can check the prison. Every state has a prison where they let you know if they you put in their name and it'll tell you if they've been in prison. Yes, ladies, yes. You need to do a thorough background check on any man that you even thinking about bringing around your children. You need to do a thorough background check. Plus, on top of that, get to know him. Other than that, forget about it. Don't even bring them around your kids. You have to put your children first. They have to come first. Their emotional health, physical health, and mental well-being is very, very important. And spiritual well-being. You are, as a parent or as a mother, you are responsible for all that. You are responsible for your children's spiritual well-being, mental well-being, emotional well-being, physical well-being. You are responsible for all of that when you are a mother. It's a heavy burden to carry, particularly if that other parent is not there like they're supposed to be. It's all going to fall on you. Okay? And if you're in a co-parenting situation with the father, then they need to have as much exposure with their father as much as possible, provided that he's not, toxic. If he's toxic, then he's probably better off not around them. But if he has a vested interest in the children, then it's best to co-parent with him as much as possible. So, because your children's well-being has to come first. It has to come first before your need to have a mate. And sometimes it means being single for many, many, many years. And I know that single mothers don't want to hear that, because it's hard being by yourself. But that's the way it's got to go down. You got to put your children first. I made a decision that I wanted to put my kids first. I wanted to make that sacrifice for my sons and put them first. It's worth it, ladies. I might do a part 2. My time is running out. But it's worth it. You need to put them first. Okay, I might do a part 2. Stay tuned. Please hit that like and subscribe. Peace and love.